the need for constant mindfulness. The opulences of God. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes his own possessiveness in several different verses. And in the 7th chapter, he explains how everything rests for him. Mata parataram manyat, kinchit prasidananda, vayi sarvam idam bhuttan, sutre manjudanandi. O conqueror world, there is no truth superior to you. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on the thread. Here the Lord confirms that all things ultimately rest on him. This includes all objects, all beings, all emotions, all knowledge, all activities, all attitudes, and all resources. Everything rests on and emanates from the Supreme. We want to develop continual mindfulness so that we can experience and interact more with God at every moment. When we develop proper mindfulness, even our external circumstances will no longer matter because we will have dovetailed our consciousness with God and developed cognizance of Him, even at work, at home, or on the street. In Bhagavad Gita 7.6, Krishna continued to explain, Eta yonini bhutani sarvaniti vadharya. Aham Krishna Satyagata Prabha Layas Gata. All creature beings have their source in these two natures. All that is material and all that is spiritual in this world, know for certain that I am both the origin and dissolution. Mindfulness again means experiencing God everywhere, seeing everything as a manifestation of Him, and seeing everything in Him. It also means positioning ourselves to receive and experience God's blessings and auspicious energies in our day-to-day functions, as we eat, drink, sleep, mate, and defend. We can see all things in relation to Krishna by remembering His word. Rasaham apsu 𝐾𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐬. Prabhasmi sasi surayo. Pandava sarva vedeshu sabdaki paurusham dirishu. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. 7.8. Krishna gives us so many opportunities to remember Him. When we observe the sun moving in space, we can immediately reflect on this fiery planet as the eye of God. This simple conception of Krishna's presence can accompany us in our daily dealings, and even provide comfort if we act properly, because We know that God sees all our efforts to befriend and obey Him. Most importantly, all of these representations are expressions of God's love for us. Krishna radiates His love in the form of sunshine, which heals, purifies, soothes, and illuminates. If we can remember this fact and allow that thought to permeate throughout our consciousness, then our love of the Supreme will naturally grow without impediment, because we will feel intense gratitude for His provisions and protection. Once we enter into this frame of mind, we will find it easier to follow the recommendations of the Vedic scriptures by giving that oral reception to the words of God, which are both edifying and pacifying. When Krishna says, I am the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable born in the Vedic mantras, I am the sound in ether and a breathing man, we can recognize His presence more fully, minute by minute, while appreciating the various abilities in a man or woman. We can recognize the Supreme as the source of those talents. Actually, whenever we witness some great achievement, ability, attribute, or beauty, instead of allowing the temporary possession of that gift to attract us, we can remember the Lord who possesses these brilliant qualities fully. We can also remember His extreme generosity and magnanimity in sharing them so liberally with us. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking hearing this? If you have had, what are you thinking?
If we are mindful, we can perceive Krishna in any situation.
If we are mindful, we can perceive Krishna in any situation. What else?
We should be mindful in our day-to-day activity, like while breathing.
Mindful about our day-to-day activities.
Then we will remember Krishna at every moment.
And remember Krishna every moment.
If we are mindful, the external circumstances may happen.
If you are mindful of Krishna, all external circumstances will not be a problem.
But being mindful, you will also realize how the protection and provision.
If we are mindful, we will realize how provision, everything is coming from Krishna. Very good. Very good. Not being mindful of Krishna, see how much we are missing. Is it not? We are not missing much. Are we not missing? Not being mindful of Krishna, so much we are missing. So much is available. So much is available. Krishna is always present before us, constantly. Everyone, Krishna. Is it not true? I am what? The light of the sun. We see sun every day, right? I'm the taste of water. We drink water every day. Every day we drink water, right? Either we're bathing or we're drinking water. Is it not? So if someone is a bathroom, you say, oh, just see Krishna. Just see Krishna. Right? You're drinking, oh, just see Krishna. Just see Krishna. When we see someone demonstrating extraordinary ability, this is Krishna. Krishna just gave a fraction, a significant fraction of his attribute to this person. So how will the honor himself be? The honor. The tiny one that Krishna has given to this person, just see how wonderful it is. So wonderful. Is it not? How do we feel when someone thrills us with singing? Just singing ability. Right? Many devotees had come out from Kirtan and said, I forgot where I was. That Kirtan, I forgot. Is it not? So, suppose we trace that. We trace that to the source. How wonderful our own life would be. With everything I am moving is Krishna's mercy, right? The strength I'm using to move, the strength I'm using to talk, the strength I'm using to see, the strength I'm using to hear. How merciful and kind Krishna is. Can we estimate Krishna's mercy? Krishna's costless mercy. But Krishna is not proud about it. Is it not? Krishna is not proud about it. We who have this tiny thing are very proud. My Kirtan forces everyone to dance. Just see how powerful I am. There's no one like me in this world. Therefore, see devotees are doing Kirtan. They are looking at everyone to see. Are you glorifying me? Can you see my ability? Can you see my ability? Don't you see? This is our misfortune. Our misfortune. Krishna has completely covered us up with his mercy. I have quoted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu many times, Chaitanya Bhagavat. If I do not show my mercy to someone, even if I'm standing before the person eye to eye, the person will never see me. Face to face, eye to eye, standing with the person, not see me. So although Krishna is present everywhere, Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. Mottara Sarvam Parvatati. Iti Mattva Padenti Mam Buddha Bhava Samambita. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. Krishna said this mighty material world belongs to me. That alone, this is what Buddha is explaining. That alone to understand. So this is the person I'm worshiping. This is my Lord. That is so rich. The whole of this belongs to him. Yeah? Is it not? We think like this. My friend is one who owns the whole of this. Just the whole belongs to my friend. This is my friend. My friend owns this. I know the person who owns this. That alone, even this alone, is sufficient to encourage us to take Krishna consciousness very seriously, very, very seriously, appreciating the supreme honor. Bhaktaram Bhaktaram Tapasya. What is it? Bhaktaram Jagat Tapasham Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So read it? Sarvabhutanam. Bhaktaram. That is Krishna. Krishna is Bhakta. Don't look at that, dude. Bhakta. It's Krishna. And he's our, according to Rupa Goswami, he's our friend. Is it not sweet? Is it not enough for anyone to yes, this is the best place I should be. This is the best things to do with my life. Yet Maya is so strong. Maya is so strong. We don't see. We don't see. Krishna is waving, hey, see me, see me, see me, but we don't see. Maya covers it. So we don't see. We only see Maya. How do we see Maya? I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. But the main thing which we should do is forgotten. Even those who try to come to this stage of having these teachings, we have this teaching, Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, we have this teaching, we have these teachings. At the same time, it is not appreciated. Not appreciated. Are we dying for Krishna? Are we dying for Krishna? When we are when there is a disturbance in our sense gratification, want to commit suicide. Is it not? But we commit suicide for Krishna because I'm missing Krishna. Do we miss Krishna? But our self-education, which is arrangement Maya has made to take us away from reality. When it is me, women, oh, I give my heart to him or to her. Right? I give my heart to him, to her. He or she disappointed me. Finished. I'm finished. Is it not happening? Do we die for Krishna? Can we understand? Can we see what is happening? What we're doing? Eh? It disappointed me. I'm highly disappointed. That's our language. But have we ever felt like that for Krishna? I'm so disappointed that I'm not chanting 64 rounds every day. One other prayer of Gurudev, he taught us the vision we should have for Krishna consciousness. He taught us a vision. And it's from Beggar, the prayers. I am so much in hurry. I'm so much in hurry that I don't have time for anything without Krishna. You read that? Well, the prayers. I'm a terrific hurry. That's the word he used. Terrific hurry. Terrific hurry. I'm in terrific hurry. I don't have time for gossip. No time. But we have time. That is our feast. You know the misfortune? You know the misfortune? We are not in hurry. No. Prabhu, my job remains. I have to take care of this first. Before anything else, my job. Do we do like that? No, I cannot take prasadam now. My job should remain. I'm not qualified to eat until my job is finished. My qualification to take prasadam. My job. We feel like that. So, being mindful or mindfulness, what does this mean? This is what it means. This is what we should look at. Being mindful. Oh, I have not finished. I have to complete my job before prasadam. This is mindfulness. We are mindful of the essence of our existence. How can I eat them? I'm so much in a terrific hurry. I have time for gossip. I don't have time. I don't have time to waste for anything which is not encouraging my chanting, my hearing about Krishna. I'm not done. Terrific hurry. Mindfulness. Krishna has spread himself everywhere. Why Krishna is doing this? Why Krishna is spreading himself everywhere? I'm this secret syllable Om in the Vedic mantra. But why Krishna is doing this? What is Krishna's intention doing this? Krishna wants to, by hook or by crook, capture us. This is Krishna's costless love for us. By hook or by crook. Let me devise, this is a proper word, devise many ways to expand Krishna consciousness. I was listening to lectures, so many lectures, and Dhira Damodara explained. He spoke about maybe so much, some powerful things. Every day is helping me to appreciate the personality we have with us. Sometimes by his Solemn Bhakti Dhira Damodara, the personality we have with us, the personality we have that we miss, we didn't take advantage of. His Solemn Bhakti Dhira Damodara. something properly explain what is 𝐸𝐵𝐻. And then when I look at that, and Gurudev perfectly fit into that statement properly. The definition of 𝐸𝐴𝐻 by Srila Prabhupada, Gurudev is fitting perfectly into that. I will say what you should take note. Mindful. Papa said the meaning of 𝐸𝐻 is to have feelings of others in our life. To do what? To have the feelings of others in our life. And in Ghana, we also have a samadhi for Gurudev. His Grace Srivas Prabhu of Ghana, Sugadas Prabhu. A very, very nice samadhi. And in this samadhi area, they have displayed all around a statement from Gurudev, which also fit into this. That Prabhu was quoting on the other day here. He was quoting it. So Gurudev he said, all of us should look at ourselves, all of us should look at ourselves and ask ourselves, what am I doing to help the world? Does it fit in the definition of 𝐸𝐻? Yes. Does it fit in? All of us devotees should look at ourselves and ask, what am I doing to help the world, to help people in our sufferings? We have such a personality who lived with us. But what do we do with him? This is our misfortune. We don't assess what is available. Why? We are not mindful. We are not mindful. It is a whole lot of training. It's a whole lot of training. And that is why we are discussing training the mind to become mindful of the essence of everything. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this way, everything will become very meaningful. This is the experience one has in coming to Krishna consciousness. Everything becomes meaningful when one comes to Krishna. You know? You have that experience? Everything. What has no importance for us, when you come to Krishna, hey, everything becomes meaningful, very important, because everything belongs to Krishna. And Gurudev said, did you say it here? Most importantly, all of these representations are expressions of God's love for us. Krishna radiates his love in the form of sunshine. This is Krishna's love. Sunshine. Do we pay for it? We pay for oxygen in the hospital. But do we pay Krishna who made it? Do we pay? No. Do we pay for the force for us to move? To digest the food in our stomach? We pay? Who owns all these things? Krishna. How much do we recognize him? How much do we recognize a person who is providing everything? We are so ungrateful. It is our problem. Krishna spread his love everywhere. Although these things are there, what we do is to claim them for ourselves. We claim them. The moment we do a little thing, we put our name there. This is me. So we don't put the honor, the original honor. It's not there. So you can see our foolishness. Furthermore, the act of dispensing these charities to his children, friends, and lovers never deplete or lessens him in any way, says Krishna. Krishna is not afraid I'm going to give everything to people. I will can't finish. He has unlimited. He's unlimited, he has unlimited resources. So Krishna is inexhaustible. Advayam. Inexhaustible. Jad vibhutimad satam Srimad urjitame vacha tat iva vagachatam mama tejum sa sambhava atava bhakunaitena kim gyanitena tavarajuna vistabhyaham idam krishnam ekaṁ sito jagat. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Bhagavad Gita 10:41-42. When we function with a mindful consciousness during our daily duties at home or at work, which may seem quite tedious and unfulfilling, such duties can take on a whole different perspective because we see them in relationship to some aspect of the Creator. Those of us who are captivated by the wonderful aroma of various scents can relish the Lord in this form. He again states in the Bhagavad Gita 7:9. When we function with a mindful consciousness during our daily duties at home or at work, that means what? In everything we see Krishna. In everything. In everything that we do it in connection with Krishna. If we do that, no activity will become a burden. No activity will be tiring. Everything will become a joyful experience. And it will become a new experience. that we don't feel exhausted because we are connected with the source of everything. So it is very important for us to learn this act of seeing everything with us in connection with Krishna. We see everything in connection with Krishna. Everything in connection with Krishna. Be mindful. So when I enter the kitchen, what should be in my mind? When I enter into the kitchen, what should be in the mind? I'm going to cook for Krishna. I'm going to cook for Krishna. But do we think like that? I'm going to cook to these people who don't like me. These people. I want to cook for these people. This is not mindfulness. It is wrong. When we enter kitchen, we should do what? What should be in the mind? What should be in the mind? I am going to cook for Krishna. My sweet friend. My sweet friend. If you are going to cook for a sweet friend, how are you going to cook?
Very nice.
Very nicely. Very nicely. You'll be thinking how my friend will enjoy this. Do you know? When my friend, when Yashoda said, today I am going to make this yogurt myself. Because Krishna is my son, I have to show him my motherly affection. That's the mood. I want to show him my motherly affection. I will offer this thing to Lord Narayan. I'm cooking for Lord Narayan. I'm cooking for Lord Narayan. I will show my motherly love for my son. When Narayan will taste this, he will be very happy to give my son a long life. And my son will never again be a thief. This is a motivation for Mother Yashoda to cook, to make his second for Krishna. And we hear yogurt, Krishna is stealing yogurt. Don't think this then you buy this in the supermarket. That is not what Krishna is stealing. Krishna will not steal that. There's no affection inside. So this will be the motivation, the mindfulness. This is mindfulness. Every morning I'm going to tell my deities. I remember what Srimati Radharani said. Every morning, to approach my deities. Remember what Srimati Radharani said. When Srimati Radharani was informed that Vasudev Maharaj has arranged a sacrifice for the protection of Balaram and Lord Krishna, he engaged Bhargavi Maharaj, a powerful priest, not probably secret, at the base of Govardhan, the base of Govardhan. Srimati Radharani was sitting. This is Raghunath Das Goswami. Srimati was sitting at Radha Kund. beautifully decorated, fully blossoming with aromatic flowers. All when you see other count is what is happening, not what you're seeing. It's completely different. Cemetery was sitting there, and when she had from shook man, I forgot the name of cemetery is. He informed us, she informed cemetery that the sacrifice. Immediately she bathed, decorated, dressed herself, and with the purified mind. Yes. Do you understand? With purified mind. She took the ghee on the golden pot on her head, and she started going, accompanied by Lali. Affectionate Lalita and Buddhi Visakha. This is, I'm using the exact word. Affectionate and Buddhi Visakha. So what was going on then. This is the point I want to take from this. I'm not going far. I don't want to continue. I don't want to take only this portion. With purified mind. We're talking about mind. But purified mind. And let me tell you, anytime you see anything drop from my hand, my mind has gone out. The Christian is pointing. Christian is pointing. Anytime you see something drop from my hand, it means my mind was off. You understand? My mind was off. The Christian respond to that. Purified mind was used to was a Christian. Purified mind. So we should practice being mindful. Let's say hearing. I'm doing this because I heard. It's just hearing. So we want to practice, and we're practicing. One day to become our what? Yes, experience. Before our experience? Habit. Our habit. It will become our nature. Then we start experiencing it. You understand? Affectionate like little Buddhi Visakha. Accompanied cemetery. They were moving very swiftly. I'm sorry. My mind is to come back there. I'm sorry. They were moving affectionately, and the cemetery talking so sweetly with glancing at her two friends, and she was chastising her heavy waist, which is impeding her moving very fast. She wanted to move very faster. She was chastising, rebuking. That means what? That means she's talking to a person. She's talking to a person. Chastising and smiling and speaking so much, affectionately glancing at her friends. In this way, they proceeded, not using vehicle. They proceeded from the vehicle of their mind. The vehicle they used was their mind. That's what they used. Arriving there at the sacrificial arena, they submitted all this to the sages who were so happy. They continued. The aroma was this sacrifice was so sweet. So they were pouring, and being satisfied. They gave wonderful ornament to the gopis, fulfilling all their desires. This one Krishna had this, and he came to block the gate. You have been cheating. You have been cheating. Every day you have been dealing with black market. You have been dealing with black market. Today, was ordered. Come there, called man, rebuke me severely. These gopis are selling their products in black market, make a lucrative business in the black market. Go and collect tax for all of them. If anyone refuses, arrest them and bring them here for punishment. Because I cannot block the road. Pay tax for all your products. For years you've been cheating. Today, Providence has put all of you in my hands. You can't escape it. So we should go to the kitchen with what? I am going to cook for who is my sweet friend. This is practice of mindfulness. Being mindful. We don't just want to hear these things. We want to be practitioners. Want to be practitioners. So I'm going to make gallant. What should be in the mind? I want to make this gallant in such a way that when Krishna wears it, he will see me. Krishna will see me. It is not pride. It is not pride. But if you do things with the mind, we have mentioned before, the things which we do with the mind is good. The things which we do without our mind is never good. So I'm going to make this garment in such a way with affection. And when Krishna wears this, similarly wears this, they will see me. When Srimati made the garland, and Krishna wore it immediately. When he looked at the garland, he saw Srimati there. So what is the essence of hearing all this? The practice. The practice. Not that, well, I don't want, that is symmetry, I don't want to compete with symmetry, and that is the supreme, oh, this is an offense. She taught this to us so that we can follow in their footsteps. Because this is the way to please the Supreme. So I'm going to do my job tomorrow. What should be in my mind? Tomorrow morning I'm going to do job. What should be in the mind? I want to chant in such a way that Krishna will enjoy it. Krishna will enjoy the job. Right? Mindfulness. Mindfulness. We have to begin. We have to begin doing something. We should begin doing something. Mindful. The whole thing rests on this. Mindful. If you're not mindful in cooking in the kitchen, what will happen? If you're not mindful in cooking in the kitchen, what will happen? If you're not mindful in cooking, what will happen? The food will not be prepared. It will not be prepared properly. Krishna will not be pleased.
Krishna will not accept that.
Krishna will
So
not
it
accept.
not be a prasad.
Krishna will not accept. So it will not be a prasad. What else? What else? Tell me. You're cooking every day. You should have experience. What will happen?
Less salt, no salt. It is bland.
No salt or too much salt? Not too much pepper? To be burnt? Right? To be burnt? So many things like this will happen if you are not mindful in cooking. Definitely, these things will come. Forget to put salt or too much salt. Is it not? And we are very, very mindful in cooking, very careful about it, constantly remembering, I want to make my friend, my supreme friend, enjoy this. When you finish cooking, you don't need to offer it. It's already offered. You don't have to offer it again. That's why pure devotee doesn't offer there. They cook. You don't need to offer again because you already offered to Krishna. But we have to offer our food again because our minds are not there. So we have to purify it and do so many samskar, mudras to purify and offer. Punyo gandha prithvivyam cha 𝐃𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐬 vibhavaso jivanam sarva bhutesu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. I am the original fragrance of the earth. I am the heat and fire. I am the light of all that lives. And I am the penances of all ascetics. Even the sense of smell can help us reflect on an energy or aspect of God. Everything has some fragrance, smell, or emanation. And the earth itself has an original fragrance. This verse describes the dharma or essence of certain object, such as the heat of the fire and the fragrance of the earth. The essential nature or purpose of all these always lead us back to the Lord. Essential nature or purpose of all things lead us back to the Lord. So we have to practice seeing everything in connection with Krishna. We can do that by how we live our day-to-day life, by the activities which we do. So someone is going to work, right? It's not about cooking for Krishna. It's not about chanting the holy name. It's not about reading any book. Now they are going to work. You are going to work. It's not a devotee factory. So how are we going to apply that? How do we apply that? As a devotee, you are working in a company, not a devotee company. The activities there is not anything. There's nothing devotional there, but you are working there. Say you are an electronics engineer. You are going to deal with apparatus and what? And what? What's the language? Components. The component. Yes, the apparatus and the components. You're going to work with this. There's nothing devotional there. It's all material elements. So how will you connect that? How do you connect that with Krishna? How will you connect that? All right, by always thinking of Krishna and the pastimes. Good. What else? How do we connect our material activities with Krishna?
By thinking that everything is for
We are thinking everything is for Krishna. So all these apparatus and all these components here have to fix all of them. These are Krishna's energies, right? All these are Krishna's energies. So wonderful. So just see how wonderful all this thing. Just look at the brain Krishna has given to the engineer who has produced all these things. Just see the intelligence of Krishna in all these things. In all this, just see Krishna's intelligence. Krishna has given so intelligent to person. So it's a tiny person to do something wonderful like this. And then after your salary, what happened? You engage that in Krishna consciousness, right? This is mindfulness. Being mindful. So you can say, well, I'm not working in devotional sense or what to do. There's many things to do. Many things to do to be mindful. So you can do like this. You can think like this. You're going to work, we are hearing lectures, we are chanting. You take your prasadam with you. So everyone should learn how to cook nicely. Should know how to cook. So cook nicely. Don't buy food from restaurant. Why? Why we should not buy food from restaurants? Why we should not buy food from restaurants?
Because they are not thinking that I'm cooking for Krishna.
They're not thinking you're cooking for Krishna. The consciousness. You're not devotees, you're not offered. Onion galleys are there. Right? It's a business. So when you get that, your mind will be controlled. When you eat that food, your mind will be controlled. You don't know if they have taken bath after whatever they have done. They know how to take a bath. So the consciousness is inside the food. So it's very, very dangerous for us to open ourselves to Maya. There's already enough Maya to deal with. We still have to open more channels. So much is already there. So we should practice closing all these channels. This is Krishna consciousness. We should practice closing all the channels, leaving only Krishna conscious channel. This is Krishna consciousness. That's why we are here. And then what makes us different? What makes us different? What makes it different? It's what makes the difference. So transformation is required. Please, the transformation is required. And for this, we are discussing all these technologies. Now, as Krishna is expanding his costless mercy, please let us practice. So practice. Practice. When you eat food which is not prepared by a devotee, you'll be agitated. Your mind will be disturbed. You'll be agitated. See, if we want to help ourselves, we have to be mindful of what we eat. So be mindful of what we eat. Even among devotees. Be mindful. This some time back in Madhusudana Prabhu, he wrote me, our temple having a program somewhere, and they are all hired the cooks, and all the leaders are here that eating. What should I say? I said, don't eat the food, right? Don't eat the food. And the senior were challenging him. Everybody sees all the big people. Yes, they are big. Says, I'm not big, I'm small, so I will not do like that. I don't want to meet it. Yes. If Lord Brahma challenged Krishna, what happened? Yeah? So we should learn from that. Ishwaras are different. All of you are big Ishwaras. I'm not Ishwara. So if I start acting like Ishwara, will I fit in there? No. So let me act on my level. I cannot eat this. I said, no, don't eat. It's like Govina Maharaj, God Kishore, that's Baba Maharaj. It's like God Kishore, that's Baba Maharaj. Told his servants, do not eat festival food. They will taint your mind. Taint, you understand? Taint your mind. Taint your mind. Taint. They will paint your mind. They will draw some contamination in your contamination will come to the mind. So you can't focus properly. Right? So let us be careful practicing everything that Krishna is giving us. So you should see. We should not look at our scriptures. See all the quotations coming from Bhagavad Gita. And we have read Bhagavad Gita. So we should try to understand what Krishna is doing. Krishna has pervaded everything for our own benefit. For our benefit, Krishna is doing this. We didn't ask him to do this. We're doing it for our own benefit. So we should be grateful to Krishna. We should be grateful by taking full advantage of what is available for us and prefer. Krishna didn't make this for himself. He make it just to help us. Is it not? It's to help us. So Prabhupada said, so with all this, if we don't do it, then what can be done? That's Prabhupada. What can be done? It is our own duty to follow this. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhiri buddhi mattam asmi tejasvinam aham. Tejasvi. Yes. Yes. It's in the scripture. In the Bhagavad Gita. Yes. O son of Pritha, how know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. 7th. Throughout the world, we see that we see great exhibitions of power and intelligence. But for clarification, the scriptures tell us that Krishna is the one supreme source of all these opulences. Krishna's too, Bhagavan Swayam. God is the fountainhead of all incarnations, expansions, and entities. Throughout the creation, people constantly seek wealth, knowledge, beauty, renunciation, fame, and strength. But when they reach their goal, they soon find another person who has an even greater stock of these opulences. What is the best way we can expose ourselves to Maya? The best way we can expose ourselves to Maya. The best way we can expose ourselves to Maya.
That we are the best.
Thinking that we are the best. Listen to the mind. Who is our enemy? What is the best way we can committing offenses to Vaishnavas? What's the best way to expose ourselves to Maya? Maya, see me. See me.
To be attracted by this energy.
Very good. Very good. What else? What's the best way? It's something we are doing always. We're hankering for all these things. Yes. 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 All these things. We want to be like this. We want to be like this. So when you are famous, do you know what you have done? Yes. Yes. If you are not famous, maybe you have only one, two people who are envious of you. If you are famous, you have thousands of people who are not liking you, envious of you. That when they see you, thousands of envy from different directions are pouring on you. Right? Who liked to fight weekly? A weak person. Who? Who like to associate with the ugly person? A poor person? Who? A dull-headed person doesn't understand ABCD. Eh? Who like to associate with such a person? Poor person, not money. Who? You want to associate with who? A rich person. Yes, very rich person. One day we want to see one we arranged for him to visit one big politician. So he doesn't pass through the main gate. He passes through the confidential gate. What's he doing that? Yes. So after he finished with the meeting discussing Krishna consciousness, so when they were leaving, then he came around. I said, look inside my courtyard. Look at the courtyard. Looking inside the waiting room. It was already full. Say, see, look at the time. It is already 6 o'clock. Just 6 o'clock. Look at the thousands of people who are waiting for me. What are they waiting for? Not one single person sitting there. Everyone there is, give me, give me, give me. I'm poor, you are rich, give me. And if you don't give, what do I think? If you don't give me, what would I think? Blaspheme. He's a wicked man. I begged him, he didn't give me, it's wicked. He's useless man. We will never think that this person has already given to 1,000 people. So if he didn't give me today, it's not my luck. Let me go, maybe another time we'll try. Nobody think like that. Why didn't give me? Why didn't give me? I came, he didn't give me. Wicked. I'm not a good man. Right? But why is he getting all this? Because he's rich. So we think that if I become famous, oh great, the whole world will worship me. It is not. We are simply exposing ourselves to Maya. Is it not true? You get more envy. You get many people hate you. You get people who plan to kill you. You get many. However, in spite of this competition, there is someone who has all of these qualities in full and who no one else can outperform. We can also appreciate the Godhead as the one who has the greatest opulences and qualities. His strength, fame, beauty, wealth, knowledge, and renunciation far surpass those of any other entity in existence. As we reflect on certain aspects of the greatness of the creation, we can then relate those aspects to the ultimate creator. When we see different Shaktis or energies, we should understand that they all come from the Shaktiman or the original energetic. Question? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Question?
Maharaj, just like you said, we should be very mindful of having prasada cooked by devotees also. So, why, how can we understand this? And devotees use Vishnu's prasada only through the initiated devotees. Does it make a difference?
Not just initiated devotee. There are many initiated devotees who are not keeping the formulative principles. Many initiated are not keeping the principles. Many. Last year we were traveling with devotees on the safari preaching tour of the Solene Japataka Swami Maharaj. They in West Bengal. So we got to one village and the devotee, he told me, so this village, there are so many initiated devotees. So now you should eat. Want to go and cook something for you. You should eat. You're not eating because I didn't talk because we're looking at the situation. But this place, there's so many thousands of initiated devotees all over here. So now we can cook something for you. So I said, do you know them? They're all devotees, they're all initiated. I said, my friend, don't worry yourself. So the next morning, after worshipping the deities, so he took the paraphernalia down to go and wash in the kitchen. And the place we stayed, all occupied by devotees all over, all initiated devotees there. So he went. I was waiting and waiting. We were supposed to leave. It took a long time to come. I said, Prabhu, what happened? It is just here. So he said, no, I didn't wash things there because what I saw in the kitchen did not encourage me to wash these things there. I said, Prabhu, but you're the one who told me that all I initiated devotees here. And the house we are staying also belonged to devotee. Yesterday, you told me, just yesterday. So how can you say like this? So what I saw, I couldn't wash the things there. So you can understand what it means. The initiated devotees. So we are looking at devotees. Devotee. A sadhaka. A sadhaka means what? What's the meaning of sadhaka? What's the meaning? Sadhaka. One who is practicing. A practicing devotee. We're practicing keeping the four regulative principles. We are practicing chanting, we are practicing hearing, we are practicing reading, studying, serving. This is sadhaka. A practicing devotee. So it's a devotee. We are practicing. So one who is not practicing, it's a sadhaka, according to the meaning of the word. No. So it's sadhaka. We should practice what we are learning. We should practice. Then to become our culture, to become our experience.
Like Maharaj, we see in temples, maybe or small temples, wherever we go, cooking for the where things are cooking for the Lord. So there is this qualification that only those who are initiated can cook for the Lord. So is it so like only initiated devotees should cook for the Lord?
Only brahmanas should cook for the Lord. It is not a discrimination. It's about qualification. Why brahmanas? Brahmanas are self-controlled. Brahmanas are clean. Brahmanas are austere. Brahmanas are tolerant. They are clean inside and outside. That's Brahmana. That is the qualification. That when a Brahmana enters into the kitchen, he is going to, or she is going to cook with controlled mind. I am going to cook for my supreme sweet friend, Krishna. But is it true like that? We're going to cook in the kitchen, but we're talking Prajalpa. I was in one temple. In that temple, I ate in the prasadam hall only once. I never entered again. So the friends were warning me, please eat something. Eat. I said, who are your cooks? Immediately I asked him like that. He said, oh, okay. Now I understand. I just asked him the question, who are your cooks? Congregational members, all initiated, in their altar, demigods are there. In the kitchen, they're cooking Prajalpa. All the necessary things in their house, they're discussing it. And also, because I don't like you, I'll be talking about you today. You come and cook with me. You not just sit behind this man. All these things are going in the kitchen, all in the kitchen. Is that the Brahmana? So when you eat that food, what do you think you're expecting? Tranquil senses to chant japa with the sweet mind? The senses will be wild. Every action there is a corresponding reaction. That is how nature works. So prasadam is a different science. Why the Brahmanas should cook is for this qualification. You see the qualification they have. But it's not that all of us have the qualification. We have been given a chance to become Brahmanas. So instead of us to think that now I'm a Brahmana, we should be thinking that a Guru has given me the chance to become a Brahmana. Let me work for it to become a Brahmana. When his holiday, rather Govind Maharaj gave initiation to the second initiation to His Grace, Nitai Gunamani Prabhu. One of the instructions he gave, don't tell lie. Is it true? But how many of us are not telling lie? The Guru knows, he said, don't tell lie. You're a Brahmana, don't tell lie. How many of us are keeping that? We have a lot of grudges and hatred for each other. even so-called God brothers, the same anarchy, always there. We want to see devotees constantly. What is the meaning proper say ISKCON is? What's the meaning?
Feeling of others in our life.
Having feelings of. And Gurudev said? What did he say?
We should always look at ourselves, thinking, what am I doing to help the people who are in this world or suffering?
So with this consciousness, your activities are devotional. If we have this consciousness, our activities are devotional. This is what Krishna will accept. This is what our gurus will be happy to deal with. See the vision of our gurus. We should follow that. That's what makes us devotee. Then our offerings are offerable. Right?
Same thing we should keep in mind. We should be mindful while serving our spiritual master or looking for our spiritual master.
First of all, we should be mindful about each other. So be mindful of each other first. Then you can go to Guru. You don't push everyone out of the way to go to Guru. Guru, I'm their best disciple. So, it doesn't work like that. Best disciple means you are thinking always with yourself, what am I doing to help everyone to serve the spiritual master better? Then you are a disciple.
If we are washing our clothes or sleeping, how can we remember Krishna at that time?
Yesterday we heard that a devotee who is worshipping is washing two pairs of dresses is dirty. So I don't want to be a dirty person. So I should wash one pair every day. Every day I remember Gurudev because one day he told me he should shave every day. So anytime I'm shaving, I remember Gurudev. Just that. I remember. He should shave every day. He told me like that. One day he said, dirty. Shave every day. It's okay. So every time I'm shaving, I don't know, oh Gurudev, shave every day. Shave every day. Just that. This is being mindful. So we heard that a devotee is considered dirty if they have two pairs of dresses to wash at a time. Dirty. You should have one. Therefore, I don't want to be dirty. So let me wash. I can be a clean person. Always think like this. I want to be clean so I can do my service nicely. That is Krishna consciousness. That is being mindful. So remember the instruction. Right? Then you are sleeping. The devotees have asked me this. When the Gurudev said mindful sleep, we are going to reach there. Gurudev in another book, he talked about this beggar. He talked about mindfulness. He also put it here. Mindful. And we have discussed it before. So some devotees who read it, they wrote me, when you are asleep, you are dead. So how can I be mindful in sleep? So to be mindful in sleep depends on what you do during the day. If you are mindful in your cooking, you are mindful in your japa, you are mindful in relationship, you are mindful in when you are walking from here to there, coming back here, mindful of what you do, cleaning, washing your thing, keep everywhere neat, the toilet, everything all very neat. You are mindful of this. In the sleep, you also be mindful because you'll be chanting also, you'll be having kirtan, you'll be having harana, you'll be in a lecture, you'll be cooking, you'll be serving the devotee prasadam. That is mindful sleep. Right? So it depends on how mindful are we during the day. If during the day we are not mindful, you cannot have a mindful sleep. Right? Just mindful. Mindful sleep. What else?
Thank you so much for another day.
Thank you.
I have two questions.
All right.
Muchas veces, especialmente en Occidente, many times, especially in that part of the world, en general los devotos, en nombre de la prédica, comen lo que hay, no patrona, tipo, no aplican. In general, devotees, because because we are preaching, they say that eat whatever is available, don't offer it. Entonces, a veces para no ser decir porque sea algo ofensivo con el so sometimes to not be the opposite of appreciative is
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful. So not to be ungrateful with the devotee that maybe they are hosting us or something, we just accept that standard. Till what point we should be permissive with these things regarding the preaching, where we should stop, draw the line.
Once the Papa went to a house program, and the host offered them boga. There was onion inside. So the devotees were onions. Not embarrassed, the whole Prabhupada took it. But not every time. It was once a while. So it is not a habit. So we shouldn't make it a habit that every time we have to compromise our rules, our principles. It will not help us. It will affect our progress.
Explain about the process of Taranga and process and property meditation. And I want to know how a devotee surpass that stage, which is one of the last ones, for example, to continue advancing.
What is the explanation of Taranga? The Taranga.
One thinks oneself very big and put his name in everything he does.
We don't have to claim anything. Because by doing that, we are putting ourselves in Christian position. That's one of the difficulties. See, you mentioned we already have a lot, so we want to reduce it, we don't want to increase. So we study, we hear, so we can know what to avoid. What are the necessary things we have to avoid? And the necessary thing which we should involve ourselves in. Knowledge will help us to make this distinction. Therefore, our chariots, they help us to explain everything so we can understand. Something else?
How can we check the level of our Krishna consciousness?
How can we check the level of our Krishna consciousness? There are many ways to do. Many ways to do. How much are we detached from sense gratification? How much appreciation we have for Krishna consciousness? How much appreciation we have in our Krishna consciousness? How much level of detachment we have from material things? Because the more we are attached to the things, the more conditioning our situation will be. So we can measure our Krishna consciousness. How much taste we have for the holy name? What is our taste? Do we have attachment for the name? We have attachment for hearing about Krishna. Do we appreciate Krishna's devotees? Our old habit we had before, are we feeling disgusted about it now? Or we still appreciate? And regretting. Oh, I'm missing my old music. Are we feeling uncomfortable with non-devotees who are not practicing Krishna consciousness? Or we are comfortable? So we can judge ourselves. We appreciate the non-devotee association. We can check ourselves and see. Some places of sanctification that I was attracted to before, I'm actually attracted to those persons or those places. Oh, when I remember this, I feel ashamed. Oh, so I was like this before. What a shame. When we feel like this, we know we are making advancement. If we're still appreciating and regretting, oh, no, I wish I should be like this. Yeah, we know we're not making advancement. For being grateful to Krishna, grateful to Spiritual Master, for all the help, all the mercy they're giving, realizations we get every day. We appreciate it. And telling Spiritual Master, telling Krishna, thank you. Thank you. Or we are lamenting. Since I began to do this, see this not happening, see this not this, I have missed it. If I were in my travel, by now I would have been the Prime Minister. Are we regretting being a devotee? Or we are feeling very good being a devotee? Or complaining about the bad things which are happening? So we'll know. We'll see. If our taste in Krishna is not increasing, so no. There's nothing. Every day we are saying yes to Krishna. Yes, Krishna, yes. Yes, Krishna.
If you are not on a transcendental, self-realized level of devotional service, how can we not be in anxiety or stress about our physical body? Since I am influenced by Maya, I can't just pretend to ignore hunger, tiredness, illness, etc. So how to genuinely, sincerely attain such a high level of devotional service that I am unconcerned about the pleasures and pains of the material body?
If one is not on a transcendental level, we will definitely feel pressured with the obstacles offered to us by material energy. We will definitely feel that. Which is going. That is the way. And we don't want to be a pretender, to be there. I refuse to take medicine when we are sick. Take medicine constantly. When you're sick, you have to take medicine. So how do we get there? We'll get there by practice. By practice, we'll get there. How do we practice? We should constantly hear and try to understand that we should not depend on the externals only. Should we depend on the externals only? Beyond the external is the internal Krishna factor. First, the knowledge was coming. So that while we are taking the medicine, we understand that your Krishna is the ultimate healer. I have to do the necessary thing. But the remaining thing, Krishna will handle. But I have to do the necessary thing. See a doctor, get a prescription, take the medicine. That I should do. Whether I get healed or don't get healed, that one is for Krishna. That's where knowledge comes in. So we should appreciate this first. Then we can go higher by gradually tuning down the volume of our sense gratification. It should be gradual. So Prabhupada said this is a gradual process. Gradually we should tune down the volume of our sense gratification. Gradually, why gradual? Because we will not be able to handle it if it come at once. What devotee asked me, why Krishna take long time to get it? He should give me the whole thing at once, let me get free. And I said, my friend, if Krishna gives it all, will you be able to handle it? We handle it. Krishna just dump everything. We'll be able to handle it. Krishna is intelligent. So he giving it little by little, like experienced doctor. He give the pills, take 2 tablets morning, take 2 afternoon, take 2 in the night. Or take 2 in the morning, take 2 in the evening. It's a doctor has to do. It's experience. So we have to follow like that. So that is the reason of being gradual. So Krishna is giving it dose by dose so that it doesn't become too much. This is too much. It's not too much. Krishna knows the dosage. And he's giving that. So we should patiently take them. Then cure will come. Definitely cure will come. So it's not a matter of pretending. We have to gradually practice. Constantly praying to Guru and Krishna for help. How we can be reducing this, until we come to the stage we can do more and do more. And that is progress. Thank you very much. Oh, glorious assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.